I thought I'd just do a quick video here on a tutorial on this new video editor I started using, VSDC video editor. It's free, and it seems to be the solution to me not being able to do 1080p videos, and especially since the YouTube editor is going away on September 20th because YouTube's decided to be a piece of crap. So anyway, so let's get this going here. Still starting up. It's taking a few seconds longer than it usually does. Okay, here we are. Okay, so every time you start the program, this window is going to pop up. Basically, well, 3 easy steps to get started, which doesn't really do anything for you. This actually just takes you to the website, and then there's the premium upgrade, which we don't really need for this. So here we go. So we can click on blank project if we do a new project. I'll just call it project 1. Here is a drop down menu for your resolutions. Here's your for HD, it seems to have options for 4:3 aspect ratio or 16:9 aspect ratio. Most of the time you probably use 16:9. So here's the one for 720, 1280 by 720 pixels is 720p, 1920 by 1080 pixels is 1080p at 16:9. So we'll select that. I like 48 hertz, 48 kilohertz rather, sampling rate. So those are really the only options you need to deal with. So we'll hit finish, and then here's our editing window. Now the easiest thing you can do if you're not trying to do anything too complicated is run this wizard up here, and that's this button over here in the top corner. This is a lot like the YouTube editor actually. So we can drag and drop video files into these bigger boxes here, or you can just click on it and it'll bring up the window. And so I will go to my YouTube folder here. And so let's say usually I'd want to put the trailer first, so we'll put the trailer video in there. And then let's just pick a random video like this one I did on the 2K18. And that should load into this second one. Okay. Now, so what'll happen here is this video will just kind of go into this without any transition. But these little boxes here you can select transitions for. Your transition options are up here, and there's a lot of different ones. I like to use the fade and then chess with 32 by 32 pixels. So we can grab this and drag it down to there, and there's the transition. So you can drag and drop all of these transitions, whichever one you want to use, into these smaller boxes. So you can continue to add videos. I don't know if you can do more than 12. Maybe you can. Oh yeah, it looks like you can because it gives you a scroll bar here, so it looks like you can add a lot for that. So that's pretty cool. And once you're done with all of that, you hit apply settings down here, and it will initialize sprite, and it creates this sort of it puts a video in this editor, and they just call it a sprite. So that's one way to do it, and then you would already have your video, ready to go. You wouldn't have to do anything else except go to export project, which I'll cover that in a few minutes. So That's the easy way to do it. If you're not having to cut pieces in and out of a video or do any other sort of editing, if you're just piecing pieces of videos together that you already have, then that's the way to go. I'll delete that. Now, the other way to do it now is to click this icon right here. Oop, I just clicked it again. And that's add video. That's the add video icon, just for, in the regular editor. So I'll do what I did before. Add trailer. From the cursor position, our cursor position is at the beginning. Add layer. And there's that video in this top layer. It's the only layer we have right now. So then you can preview it. I've got the video. I've got that turned off, so I can turn it off and on. But okay, then X that out there. So let's say now you want to add the next video. So what you want to do for adding a second video is hit this button right here to take the cursor to the end of where you're at of the video that you've added. So that's there. And then you can add another video. So let's go and let's put this one in like I did before. And then from cursor position, add layer. So it's going to add a layer for that video, and there it is. Now you're probably wondering, well, what happened to the original video? Well, because this video is so much longer than the trailer, it changed the time scale on me, so it's still there. It's just that little sliver right there. So what we want to do is go over here and hit the plus on increase timeline scale. So if we do that, that means we can now, we've zoomed in on the time, and I can actually zoom in even more. I'm not sure what the limit is on that, but it's quite a bit. So there's our two videos. So if you want to do a transition on this, what you have to do is layer this video sort of underneath the previous one so that they have time to transition into each other. Now in this editor, if you have videos layered one on top of the other, the only video you will see when you preview it or when you render it is the one on the bottom. So I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. If I start this video, if I preview it from here, once it gets to this point, it's going to switch to this video down here, the other one. Yeah, which is exactly what happened. So in order to make that a clean transition, what we can do here is right click on this video. Now you can also do it from the options up here, but this is a simpler way. You can right click here, go to video effects, and the first thing we will do is go to transparency and select fade in, so that the video will fade into that rather than switch to it right away. Now we need to select how long, so it's going to give us options settings. So we're from scene begin, well, or we can go from cursor position. We're not going to do from cursor position, we're going to do from scene begin, which is from where that particular video begins. So the duration 1.5 seconds. That's not very long. What I like to do is make it 3.5 seconds. So I'll change that to 3 and hit OK. What happens now is the program has added some more tabs down here to, if you want to further edit these things that you're adding, but I don't usually like to do that. I like to get it right when I do it the first time. So, and if I don't, I end up just deleting it and doing it again. So we go back here to the scene 0 tab is where our regular stuff is. So there we are again. And now it should fade in to this video when I preview it. There it goes. So we've got that. Now, let's put the cursor back here again. Let's say we want to have a different transition effect. So other than just a fade in. So what we'll do is we'll go to, we've already got our fade in, so we'll go to transitions and we'll go to chess, and we will also make this, and we don't want it to scene N. We're going to have to change this and change it to from cursor position, because that's when we want it to start, and we want it to last just as long as the fade out lasted, or the fade in rather, and that's 3.5 seconds, and it saved that for me. So we can put that in. Okay, now we've got to go back to our scene 0 tab. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken though, because sometimes that happens. Not only should we get the fade in, but we should also get sort of a chess sort of look to it. Yeah, there it is. And that's not great, because the trailer part of the video ended before it was completely faded in. In order to fix that, what we would have to do is take this and back it up. But in doing that, I think it might mess up the fade in. Actually, it might mess the whole thing up. So let's just see what happens. No, that's, well, yeah, see, they're misaligned right there. So what you would have to do is go to here and zoom in and just get these aligned properly. But that's, that's doing a lot of work, and that's a lot of trouble. And for people who just want to do simple things, what you can do is just do the fade in, and the fade in will work fine. So if you want to do the transition effects and things like that, it's cleaner to do it with the wizard. So there's that. Okay, next is cutting pieces of video. So here at the end of it, now if you want to cut off the end of a video, you can just drag it back like this as far as you need to. However, the beginning of the video doesn't work that way. If you do this, you're only cutting off the end of it. So, and I don't know why that it does that. Like for instance, I could come, let's just come right here. And it'll, well, there's that transition I was looking for. But anyway, that's the beginning of the video. So we don't want that. So to cut a specific part of the video, what you want to do is right click and go to cutting and splitting right there. And that's right clicking on the video that you're looking to cut. And then, then you'll have your time ruler or time line up here. And let's bring this back to the beginning. I don't know why it was up there. Let's say you want to cut off the beginning. So make sure your cursor, the blue thing, is all the way back at the beginning. Then you get the cursor of the mouse so that we have the double arrow show up. Then it'll turn red. The dotted line will turn red. So you can drag this out to wherever you want to cut the video. Let's say we want to cut off 30 seconds or so. That would be right about there. It says end selection 34 seconds. I can go back. There's 30 seconds right there. I know this because down here in the corner it tells me start is 0, end is 30.051 seconds. So if I want to cut that, I get that area selected. Then I come over here and click add area of deleting, and that adds that time span there into area of deleting. Then you have to come down here and apply changes. And then it asks duration of source video. File has been changed. Do you want to change the duration of the video object? Of course we do. That's a stupid question. I don't know why it does that. So then now we've got the 30 seconds clipped off of it. This thing's kind of being a butt right now. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now if you want to cut out a part in the middle, what you'll have to do first is get the cursor in the middle. So, but the easy way to do that is just to click the part of the timeline that you want. And then you can see where you are in the timeline. This is 3 minutes and 25 seconds in. So again, whenever you're at the start position you want to start cutting, then you get the double arrow, drag again to wherever you want to go. And then add area of deleting and apply changes. And then click yes again for that. So then it's going to do that. So that cuts out that part. So that's basically how you cut pieces of video. Now, the only unfortunate thing about this program is that there's no, to my knowledge, there's no way to just put a split in a video and then be able to drag that part independently. It doesn't let you do that, but so far since I've been using that, I haven't seen a real reason to do that. So I guess that's not terrible. A few other little tidbits about this. When you select a video, whether it be the one on the top or the one on the bottom, or you can continue to add layers indefinitely, but I've been told that for people who don't have particularly powerful computers, if you start adding layer after layer after layer, the program may crash. So, use discretion there. There's some options down here. You can turn the audio for a video up or down with this right here. You can go up or down or leave it where it is. Or you could, if you select audio track, there's a drop down right here and you can just select don't use audio and you can turn the audio for that particular video off completely if you want to. So you can do that. And then if you turn that off, then you can add audio tracks to this as well. This little note icon right here above the add video icon enables you to add audio files. So you can add audio files in there as well. And then another little tidbit is if you're doing things like when I did the Lego build video, you can come down here to speed percentage. Right now it's at 100%, which is regular speed. If you want to speed it up, you just increase this number. Now it's in percentage, so you have to, if you want to double it, you have to go to 200 instead of 100. For that Lego video I did, I had to go to 24 times the original speed, so I would have to go 2400 and do that. Now, if you do that, what's going to happen is the video becomes a lot shorter, of course, because it's going faster. But when you preview it, it's going to look very choppy at that high of a speed. However, when you do go to render it and export it, it will look the way it's supposed to look. Um, Also, if you're going to use high speed like that, I would recommend turning the audio track off. Otherwise, it'll be, you know. So, yeah, we'd turn that off. Yeah, there we go. It's lagging on me. It's lagging. So, okay. So, but I don't want to add that sound. I want that out of there. Yeah, I mean, you can import videos as the sound as well. Um, because look what I just did. What did I just do? Yeah, you can. So you can get the sound from a video, but you won't get the picture. So that works too. Okay, so that's all of that in the video editing pretty much. Then when you're finished editing and you've got all that business taken care of, click on the Export Project tab up here, and then well, you might want to decide where your file is going to go, and that's down here in the Output Files. Change name. You're not really changing the name, although you can change the name, but you're more importantly you're telling it where to save it. So you can just save it to the desktop or whatever folder you want to put it into. Click save. I already did that earlier. And then hit export project. Now this window is going to come up and tell you that you're trying to use hardware acceleration. Um, the only reason this comes up is because it's a default option selected in the program's options. It's not a big deal. Hardware acceleration is basically a way for your computer's processor, if you have a good processor, to make the video render faster. For instance, I have an i7 in my computer, and if I had hardware acceleration available, the video could probably render and convert maybe twice as fast or even better than that. But that's part of the premium version, and you'd have to pay for that. But it's not necessary. So we'll just come down here and click continue anyway, because so what'll happen is it'll just it'll take a while to convert. This is a pretty short video though now. So once that's done, the video will show up wherever you told it to go. So go ahead and stop conversion. And that is all. So yeah, if anyone has any more questions about this, you can just ask them in the comments section. But that's basically how you do it. Um, so yeah, hope this helped anybody. I know this is going to be more important going forward because the YouTube editor is going to be gone. If anyone is fretting about that, I would say get this program because it's going to let you do 1080p video or 720p, whatever you want, any length, and you'll be able to edit things just as you would have in the YouTube editor. So yeah, I mean it's real easy once you get used to it. So anyway, everyone take care, and we'll see you next time.